Welcome to Vahrenberg Implement, and today we're out here on Tractor Row and we were going to look at a model we have not done yet. It's the 2850E with the SynchroShuttle from Massey Ferguson. One of the reasons we're going to start here is this is the 2860E right over here. Same tractor, different horsepower. These two tractors are the exact same physical size and dimensions. Same height, same length. You can get it in a 50 horse or you can get it in a 60 horse. Now, this is the step up from, or step down, the 1840E. These are the 1800E series over here. We've got a 40 backwards, we got a 40 frontwards, 35s, 25s on down there. But you can see the physical size difference between an 1840 and a 2850. I wanted to show you that before we pull the tractor out of line and shoot some video and teach you more about this great small utility tractor that's got a lot of attitude to it to help you do a lot of tasks on your farm. Now this is a 2850E. This is a 48.8 engine horsepower tractor that creates 41.4 PTO horsepower. This has got our metal fenders, our metal hoods that we're used to, metal underneath, fully enclosed lower deck. This is our basic series, available with two transmission options. This is a SynchroShuttle. We also have a hydrostat version. It comes fitted with the FLx2813 loader. One of the things about the FLx2813 loader that a lot of people don't look at is your bucket rollback angle. This one has a 44-degree rollback angle, and look at how much that bucket can hold. If you're carrying sloppy material, wet, semi-liquids, or even rock, it's going to hold that material in that bucket and not fall out as easy. So rollback is one of the things you need to look at, and we haven't discussed a lot of times when we're looking at tractors. So we're going to flip it over, show dump angle here in just a little bit. This loader, we'll get into it a little bit more when we raise it up. Comes with a bucket level indicator. You can see it right there. Skid steer quick attach. And while we're talking about angles, look at the dump angle. This has got a 54-degree dump angle, and if you look at that material, it's going to fall out of that bucket very easily. You can see it from this side too. So you got 54-degree bucket dump angle and 44-degree rollback. Skid steer quick attach. Got your handles here. This is a beefy loader. This loader at breakout point. Now remember our pivot pin. We're going to talk about pivot pin, and we're going to talk about 19.6 inches forward of that pivot pin. And the 19.6 inches forward of the pivot pin is very close to your front edge of your bucket. So we're going to talk about breakout force. That's our rating that's coming right off the ground. At the pivot pin is 4,176 pounds. At the pivot pin, 2,714 pounds at our front bucket edge. At 59 inches, which is about 5 foot, probably about up here, we're getting close to it. At the pivot pin is 3,406 pounds. At our front bucket edge, we're 2,396 pounds, almost 2,400 pounds at 5 foot lift height. Now we've cranked her up high all the way to the 111 inch lifting height, almost 10 foot. 120 would be 10 foot, so we're just 9 inches off of that 10 foot mark. You're going to get 3,016 pound lift at that pivot pin. Remember that one right there where the skid steer quick attach hooks onto, or 1,837 pounds at the front edge of that bucket. This is going to be capable of lifting round bales, most round bales, 5 by 6 round bales. Grass hay are from 1,500 to 1,800, pushing maybe 2,000 if you get into alfalfa bales. But most people aren't going to take it all the way to the top. They're going to pick it low and slow, keep it low and slow close to the ground, and you got plenty of capacity. Now you may have to add rear ballast, rear wheel weights, or rear ballast on the 3-point hitch. You've got that bevel gear pinion front axle that we're used to on a lot of the Massey Ferguson compact and utility tractors. Comes out here and it pivots off of this point with your reduction gear on this side. You can see the pivot is right through this point here, so you've got a very tight turning radius and gives you excellent turning ability with that beefy front axle. We're going to move on up. Quick, easy to get into. Lift the hood and it comes up for easy maintenance. You got your dipstick right here. You've got a clean out screen on this side. Keeps the chaff and stuff from building up into the radiator. Your air filter is right up here in front. Coolant, radiator coolant, your battery, and that's the inside, top side of the engine. This has got the deluxe diesel particulate filter that does it based on percentage of soot buildup, not on time. So we're seeing 40 to 60 hours depending on how you use it. A lot of people 1 or twice a year get into regen, and it's not so hard to do. We'll explain it when we get to the back of the tractor. There's a decal and the dash lights that we can talk about. Engine oil filter, there's your fuel filter shut off, electric fuel pump. You got fuse relay fuse box there, and your oil fill right here. Beefy metal hoods, lots of steel in these things. Dual fuel tanks. We'll show you on the other side where you fill it. Quick detach loader. These things are loaded full of features. For a basic tractor, the 2800E has one of the best bangs for the buck for all the extra features that you get for your hard-earned dollar. Got a joystick with a lock. You can keep it from moving if you accidentally hit it. That's right there. You got your couplers to take off. You have adjustability, and these 4 bolts and these 3 bolts here, you can adjust the angle tilt in and out here. This one you can adjust your tilt up and down for your lever. Third function is an available option. Massey Ferguson has a kit, goes right on here to get your third function hydraulics for you. You can see that float position there, and you can still run the tilt and dump angle. We're going to jump on the controls when we jump on there. This one is fitted with ag tires. It's a little, one of the things you notice about this series is we put some beefy tires on it. R4s or ag tires are available. These are 16.924s. Adjustable rim that you got the dish in or out, and you can run the rim in or out. So there's multiple adjustments on how you set up the rim and wheel spacing. Typically when they come in, they're going to be just inside that loader bucket. We're off to the side a little bit. Right there is straight behind. So it's inside that front edge of that bucket. That's where Massey Ferguson likes to set them up. Got ag tires on the front here. These are the 9.5/16s. Got good deep tread to do heavy duty work. R4s, as I mentioned, are available. 3-point lift system. The 3-point lift system on this will lift 2,645 pounds at the ball ends. If you measure 2 foot behind, if you look about 2 foot behind, is going to be 2,425 pounds 2 foot behind the link ends, 2,645 at the balls. Do have the cross drilled balls, category 1 that way, category 2 this way. Don't have to deal with bushings or anything. You can run both of them, and they are telescopic. Got the pin style stabilizers. Have sight gauge here for your hydraulics, 540 PTO, adjustable drawbar, and this one we've ordered with 1 set of rear remotes with your lever right up here. This is your top link holder. When you have your top link, this will hold the top link, or you can get it out of the way. Do have a little breather. I just recommend flicking that. There's a little hole right there in the end of it. Keeps the dust, allows your transmission hydraulic system to breathe. This is cast iron. This ain't cheap aluminum housings back here. We're in the heavy metal business at Massey Ferguson. Toolbox right here makes it easy to get your click pins, your pins and that stuff. S&B will come with it. Rear warning lights and turn signals, and a foldable roll bar that has a lock system to take the play out of it so this thing doesn't jiggle and drive you crazy. Ground level fueling, like 99% of the Massey Fergusons. This is a 14-gallon fuel tank on both sides. If you fill one side, fills both sides, ground from the ground level. You don't have to pour stuff all over your hood or the back of your tractor filling this tractor up. Heavy duty rubber floor mat like our premium tractors got. Standard equipment. You got a standard equipment, big heavy duty rubber floor mat. Suspension seat. You've got a seat suspension here. You got right there that T-handle. Just trying to find it for y'all. That T-handle right there adjusts your suspension, heavier or lighter weight. That's your safety switch here on the seat. You will have a safety switch on the shifter levers. Premium comfort seat. This is being the SynchroShuttle. We've got the shift lever here. This does feature the 2.43 liter 4-cylinder Izeki power engine, is what we talked about. Let's see what else. Oh, we need to talk a little bit about hydraulics before we jump up on there and show you the features, controls, and then we get to go driving. Steering system has a 7 gallon per minute hydraulic pump. It is separate pump from the rest, from the remote system. The remote valves, the rear and the rear couplers here are 12.6 gallon per minute flow at the remotes for a total system pressure of 19.6 gallons. That's a heck of a lot of flow in an economical compact large compact tractor or small utility, however you want to put it. We call them compact utilities because they're got the size of a utility tractor, but they're still nimble and easy to maneuver like a compact. Easy to take the loader off. You pull these pins right here, pull that pin out, you can store it right there. You'll do that on both sides. You'll lower the loader stands right here. You'll retract this cylinder, which will pull this pin out of this gray socket here. Pulls that forward, change the bucket angle, and it'll lift this pin right here out of this socket. And your loader is setting off, unplug the hydraulics, and you're good to go. We'll put this back in, simple to do. Put it in, and then that's the lock to keep it from coming loose. Who's ready to jump up on here, learn the controls, and then take it for a spin? I am. On your right hand console, we've got the rear remote valve, and we have our hydraulic 3-point raise and lower with a lower stop. And there's a stop control there that takes it back to the same spot every time. One of the most popular accessories we sell is this handrail on this side is available to put on this side, and it's already pre-drilled for that. We normally keep them in stock. Joystick's easy to get to right here from the seat. Manual throttle, foot throttle. This is your PTO engagement. You're going to turn that on to start it. This is soft start. Soft start is a graduated startup. You push that button. When it's lit, you push and turn this button and it'll gradually start up instead of instantly engaging. Parking brake is right down there. To disengage, you just push. To engage it, you push down and latch the lever to go. This side is your forward reverse shuttle. You will need to clutch. This is a synchronized to shift from reverse to forward. If you're in forward, you can come back to neutral and you'll see the neutral light engage. Reverse, you can go from reverse. If you try to go forward, it'll only go to neutral. So in a case of that you need to stop quickly or inexperienced operator, all they got to do is hit that and they're in neutral, hit the brakes, and the tractor stopped. To shift from forward to reverse, you can do that all in one sweeping motion. So whatever gear you have, you got 4 synchronized gears here, first, second, third, and fourth, which they can be shifted on the go. You can go from first to fourth if you want to. But whatever gear, you got a forward reverse in it. And then you have a 2 range. You got a rabbit and a turtle. You got your rabbit over here, your turtle here, and that is going to be basically gears 1 through 4 in the turtle. When you go to rabbit, it's 5 through 8 is the easiest way to remember it. Now, we talked about diesel particulate filters. A lot of people want to discredit diesel particulate filters. It's going to happen. It's the future. We ain't going backwards. What you're going to see is a flashing DPF lamp, and it'll be right there. When I turn the key on, you can see the DPF lamp illuminates. That's going to flash. When that starts flashing, you will need to move your engine RPMs up into the orange band. This is for an automatic regeneration where you don't have to stop doing what you're doing. Just keep on mowing, keep on doing loader work, whatever you do. You'll just have to have the RPMs from the 23 to 2700 RPM range. Once the starts, it will go to a solid. That light will go solid. When it's done, it'll turn off, and that's the regeneration done. That's the simple, easiest way to do regeneration. If you eliminate it, which you can push and hold this button for 3 seconds, and you'll see the inhibit regeneration lamp come on. If you do that, reasons you would want to do that, if you're inside of a barn that doesn't have good ventilation, if you're around flammable materials, because you're going to create excess heat in the exhaust system. The other thing would be is if the wife says, hey, we got to go in 15 minutes, and the light just come on, you can inhibit it, so the next time you get on the tractor, you can do a regeneration. If you avoid it long enough, you just push and hold that button there and your light will go off. If you keep avoiding it, you'll have to do a park regeneration. The levels keep getting higher, and I'm going to show you a display on the screen that has really helped a lot of people understand. You'll have a flashing DPF full light and a DPF park light. At that point, you will have to stop the tractor, engage the park brake, put the shifter lever in neutral, put the range shifter in neutral. DO gauge here will have to be off. You start the tractor, move it to the lowest idle speed, push and hold the park regeneration button for about 5 seconds, and it will automatically ramp up the engine and perform a diesel particulate filter regeneration. It's very simple. If you've got a self-cleaning oven at home, doing pretty much the same thing as that self-cleaning oven. It's just cleaning the soot out of the filter so you can have a good flow, unrestricted exhaust system. If it goes on past this, you will get an audible alarm, you'll get a D-rate, and you typically will get that light right there. That second one that's a red light with an exclamation point, that means the dealer's got to come visit you. Or you got to probably bring it to the dealer, because we'll have to hook up the laptop and we'll have to normally change the oil and filter because of the excess soot and fuel that is being used in the engine. Best thing, my best advice to you, do the automatic regen and forget about it. We've had less problems with this than most other tractors, the non-emission tractors. Tractors have had emission stuff on them for a long time, and this is a simple, easy, clean way to get your tractor so you can perform and do your tasks that you need to. Down here on the left side, we'll flip that lever up forward. You have your turn signals, right and left turn signals, and you can see on the dash the display. That one's going to stay solid, this one's going to blink. If you run your hazard lights, both of them will blink at you. Then you've got your lights. And if you look out there, you can see both lights actually operate. That's pretty much all the controls. Oh, we got four-wheel drive. That's four-wheel drive. Push down engages. That disengages. We'll talk quickly about the gauges. That's your preheat, your diesel particulate lights, your warning light. Anytime a red light, that means stop. If it's yellow, orange, that's going to mean it's just like a stoplight. Just like that stoplight, it's red right now, so I mean stop the tractor. Going to have your turn signals. Going to have your neutral, your bright lights will be there. It is a backlit dash. That's something you don't find on a lot of basic tractors. You can see the backlight, fuel gauge, PTO engagement. As you see, PTO's on. So lots of great intuitive information for you at your fingertips, so you can get a long, great life out of your Massey Ferguson. Massey Fergusons are born so that it's the last tractor you'll ever need. Let's fire it up, learn a little bit about this tractor, take it for a drive, and show you the difference that you get with Massey Ferguson. Getting ready to fire up, we got to push the clutch in, turn the key. You're gonna let it cycle here, and the preheat light's gonna go out, and then you're gonna start it. Oh, don't have the shuttle lever in neutral. Got to have it in neutral to start. Fired her up. Show the loader. This is at idle speed, lowest possible speed, and you can actually go to angles like we're doing here, and you can watch the bucket dump and loader raise at the same time. You can do two functions at once. Got float position, allows the loader to go down, and then you can still adjust the angle, but the bucket is going to follow the ground contour. Now you speed it up a little bit. We'll go up here to about 1500, and you're going to have faster cycle time. You rev the engine, the faster it's going to run. Take it up to PTO speed. it's neat is how quiet this tractor is. I've got a phone app on my phone here. We'll go to decibels. "69 to 70 decibels at idle speed there." We'll take it on up to find a spot here that it ain't gonna fall off. PTO speed, man. I was watching a video the other day of a guy with a different competitor's cab tractor. Our full speed open station was quieter than theirs at idle speed. So you got a nice quiet tractor here. It's going to be good on your hearing, make it easier, don't drive you crazy while you're out there. But ain't that quiet? Now let's take her for a drive. First we need to put it in gear. We're going to put it in low range, which we need to do at stop. This one is synchronized, remember, and then we'll go to forward. Take the park brake off by pushing it. And there's first speed. We're driving in a Massey Ferguson. So if you want to go to second, just clutch, go. Does not have to come to a stop on these. Third and fourth. Got foot throttle there. If you want to go reverse, push the clutch in, do your shuttle. If you want to just stop, go to neutral, see our neutral lights on, we can just pop it out of there. That's a safety feature. If you get in trouble, just hit the lever forward or hit the lever back into neutral and you're stopped. There's reverse, back to forward. Now let's take it up to the range. Take it up a range, go back to first, forward. You can adjust, one thing you can do is you can set this as your minimum RPM. We'll set this at say 1300 RPM there. Now you can push the foot speed and go back, go higher, then we'll go faster. If you want to let go, it's going to come back to your minimum RPM. There's your shuttle on the go. We'll go over here to second. Didn't stop. Third and fourth. And we can do shuttle in fourth gear. That's a little fast for the lot here, but that's all the shifting in gear, man. One of the great things of SynchroShuttle is returning to speed. So like if you're running a brush cutter, a tiller, you can return to that speed, or any operator can operate at that speed. Like you can tell them to go out first gear, high range, PTO speed, and they're going to do this work at the speed you want it done at. That's one of the simplistics of a shuttle gear transmission, is returning to that same speed every single time. Just drive around the lot here a little bit. Man, we got a little bit of every colors. We got orange and blue. There's some Massey, there's New Holland blue, there's Mahindra red. We got them just about every color. Everybody's trading up to Massey Ferguson. But that's pretty much the simplistics of driving a Massey Ferguson. One thing thing we will talk about is four-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive is up, is engaged. Engaged is when the lever is pushed down, which we just did. And we'll get down here. One of the things to make, a lot of people don't understand when it's engaged, and we're going to slide right down here where we got a big circle so we can make some circles to show you the difference of how to tell. Now if we're going to start turning, turn as hard as you can, and you'll feel that front end pulling around. You can feel it ludging. That's your front end pulling the tractor around. Because a powered front axle is going to run 5% faster, up to 5% faster than the back tires. So it's going to pull faster. That's why on hard surfaces, you need to be stopped. Now we'll straighten her out, pull it up. Now let's do our same circle here. You don't feel the lugging, any lugging. That means we're driving everything by the two-wheel drive of the tractor. And you don't, if you look at the ground, you don't see it getting worked up like we did with the turning radius of that tractor with the four-wheel drive. That circle right there, from there to there, is your turning radius. That's a really tight turn for a utility tractor. I hope that helped you learn the operation and controls of your Massey Ferguson. To start the PTO, we're going to hit soft start, turn it on, and our PTO light is engaged. We rev it up when we get it to 540 PTO speed. That's your operating speed. That's where you would want to operate your implement. So, hope that helped you learn how to operate. It's simple, it's easy. It's a Massey Ferguson. We make life easy so all people can enjoy Massey Ferguson tractors. This is a great tractor if you want to step up to a larger tiller, that bigger, heavier duty rotary cutter, to give you more horsepower to do more things. Check out these 2800 E series, and especially this new 2850E we just got here at Vahrenberg Implement. One of the cool things on this tractor is it's got the beef built into it too. This tractor with loader, basically the way it's equipped right now, is 5,056 pounds. Tractor, loader, bucket, no ballast, 5,056 pounds. You got an overall length when the bucket is level on the ground and the loader is all the way down, of 14 feet 9 inches. So if you're looking for a trailer, 14 foot 9 inches this tractor would fit on. If you want to roll the bucket back like we've done here and put it down, you're going to save another 7 inches, so like 14 foot 2 inches. It's a super duper tractor, perfect for all that larger acreage owner. If you got livestock, if you got that 20 to 30, 50 acre, this is a great tractor. And if you're a professional farmer, we ain't even talked about that. This is your perfect tractor to get in all them tight places, to take care of, put a grapple on it, clean up them fence rows, buy a brush cutter, clean up, put a loader, get in your barns, low clearance places, put it on an auger. You know, this tractor sips the fuel, and this would be a great auger tractor to run your grain augers with. Beefy, built to last, born to work. It's a Massey Ferguson. And to get them at Vahrenberg Implement, we're located right here at the Fairground Avenue, which is Business 13 in Higginsville and 13 Highway. That north up there, 15 miles to Lexington, Missouri, the Missouri River. You go another 4 miles south, you're down to the Interstate 70, and then you go about 35 miles to the back-to-back world champion Kansas City Chiefs are right up the road. I'm not a Chiefs fan, but congratulations, 3 and 4 years or whatever you did. It's created a lot of enthusiasm around this town. We've got Chiefs red tractors, so if you're a Chiefs fan, Massey Ferguson is your closest red tractor to support your team up there. We got lots of inventory. We've got premium tractors. We've got the 2600s, we got the 2800Es, the 1800Es, 1800Ms, and the GC series. Come get yours today. Come check out, and I tell you what, come drive one of these 2800Es. Come sit on the tractors. We'll fire them up. We'll let you take them for a test drive to find the ultimate tractor for you. Don't just buy it off a video. Come see it, feel it, drive it, and see the Massey Ferguson difference. Heavy metal, bring your magnets. Take it to your competition and see what you're getting. Fit, finish, and value. It's hard to beat a Massey Ferguson. We've only been doing this since 1847, so we've had a little bit of time to learn how to build a tractor right, how to build it to last, and how to support it long after the sale. That's why we've been here. That's why there's more farms around the world running Massey Ferguson, more places, over 190 countries. Get you a Massey Ferguson and step up to comfort, convenience, and great value.